I suppose I was under the false assumption, like many of you out there were as well, when it came to cosmetic surgery. I was always thinking that a boob job was number one, okay? Either just, picking them up or filling out some of that excess titty meat. I just always thought that topped the charts. At least that was the way that it's been perceived, and that's the perception that has been pushed out there. But apparently, just one surgical procedure is more popular than breast augmentation. Okay, well, what is it and what do we got out here? Okay, so Americans continue to invest in their aesthetic health. A new report from the American Society of Plastic Surgeons, ASPS, shows steady growth in cosmetic procedures last year, particularly in body contouring and minimally invasive treatments. The report's data, detailed below, reveals where people are spending the most money. And I can imagine, right? Like maybe it's something minor, but nothing really pops off the page for me. Nearly 1.6 million cosmetic surgical procedures performed in 2024. Liposuction, breast augmentation topped the list. Oh, okay. Lipo. I guess that, are we focusing specifically on women? I guess we could also be thrown in with breast augmentation, the old 1997 Rock gynecomastia surgery. Is that in there as well? But yes, okay. So liposuction, nearly 350,000 procedures. I think that'd be the most appropriate naming. Breast augmentation, 306,000. Congratulations for that. I'm totally on board with that. There's some ugly titties that are out there that hey man, if you can save 1 or 2 bags of fat in this case, okay. I would prefer a nickel a day goes to that instead of some NGO that's going to squirrel away 95 cents and give those poor starving kids in Africa less than that. Anyways, tummy tuck, okay, 171,000. Breast lift, 153. Maybe that's the gynecomastia surgery. Okay, eyelid surgery, to give the old Biden death stare, 120,000. Or I'm sorry, 120,000 different surgeries. Okay, so surgical procedures grew by 1% from 2023. ASPS President Dr. Scott Hollenbeck, a plastic surgeon based in Charlottesville, Virginia, shared in a press release noting that body contouring procedures saw the highest increase. Thigh and buttock lifts were up 3%. Yeah, those stupid, ugly Brazilian butt lifts, bro, those are always ugly. I don't get it. While arm and neck lifts rose at 2%. Well, yeah, and if you were doing arm and neck lifts, you wouldn't need to go under the knife. But then again, that's hard. And getting put to sleep and having fat sucked out, that's easy. Surgeons believe that this may reflect the rising use of GLP-1 weight loss medications like Ozempic and Wegovy, which can lead to sagging skin. Okay, yeah, no, actually, I can see the through line on this. Okay, so minimally invasive procedures continue to dominate the aesthetic landscape, with over 28.5 million performed last year. Holy! The top 5 are neuromodulator injections. Okay, so Botox and stuff, 9.88 3 million procedures. Wow. Okay. So fillers, 5.3. Ugh, God. Speaking of other surgeries that always look like ass, fillers, bro, like what are we doing? Skin resurfacing. Okay. 3.7 million. Skin treatment, 3.1. And lip augmentation with injectables, 1.4. Ugh, God. Yeah, because if we're talking about fillers, the worst are obviously lips. Like duck lips never look good. These treatments remain strong due to their affordability and low downtime, said ASPS member surgeon Dr. Christy Hamilton, a general plastic surgeon based in Houston, Texas. Despite their so-called filler fatigue, HA fillers continue to top the list. When done naturally, they're extremely effective. I guess so, man. Maybe you won't even notice. Maybe that's what makes them so effective. But for the first time, ASPS tracked the use of GLP-1 weight loss medications, noting that over 837,000 prescriptions were written by ASPS surgeons in 2024. Of those patients, 20% had already undergone surgery, 39% were considering surgery, and 41% were exploring non-surgical options, the report shared. So yeah, that's interesting, man. I didn't know that they had the ability to prescribe those drugs normally because, well, the weight loss aspect of that is the off-brand use. So I guess they're trying to walk people up to eventually. I get it's kind of like developing a farm team eventually because, oh yeah, sure, no, yeah, this stuff works wonders. You'll drop all of that weight, and then all of a sudden they come back and they go, help, I got the bingo wings. Well, don't worry, I got the solution just for you. This kind of sounds like a little bit of a shady project and process they have running out here for cosmetic surgeons. But hey, man, nothing's going to stop this. There's going to be vanity everywhere. There's going to be poor decisions being made time and time again. But in the case of breast augmentation, there's never a bad decision. Go out there and get that stuff filled in. Nobody likes saggy, awful tits. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.